Do you know these days we're done with everything you wanted to do and are so demotivated to do anything? Yeah, that was one of those days. But then I got a message on Discord. An MC army? Me being me, not believing anyone who's nice to me, I was skeptical at first, but after I heard it's about Stoneworks, I gave in. So what exactly is Stoneworks? Stoneworks is a well-known nation RPG server that has hosted multiple sub-servers on which you can create your nation and lore and fight or unite with other nations. And as I found out, it was about to launch a new server, a Abaxless. Before we move on, I just want to say that this is my first actual video. My voice, specifically my terrible German accent, and video cutting and recording skills are on the very bottom of all things. So I'd love some critique and tips to improve myself for the next video, and if you have anything to say, please tell me. But now, let's move on with the video. Now I told you a new server is about to launch, but when exactly is that? Well, initially it was planned for March 31, Sunday, but well, after all this carnage, we did actually manage to join Abaxless and could start on grouping up. But hey, who did I actually end up with? Well, I got told to join Soldaria, a vessel to Veronia, and I accepted. I joined the Discord so I can get to know my fellow Soldarians and tried grouping up with them. You might now ask, where do y'all plan to settle? Well, initially we're going to go northeast, but due to us crashing multiple times, we decided we would go to the continent west of us, Aristoia. So continent is pretty big, so we obviously only tried to clean one part of it. Our choice landed on the east coast, on which I've built a little settlement and prepared us a bit. But shortly after I got told that Soldaria wanted to settle on the main continent, Talassi, at its west coast. So I decided to pack some stuff and go there instead. Now at Soldaria, I've decided to build a small settlement with all the basic stuff you need. A farm for crops and animals, a storage and a mining entrance, with a crafting table and some furnaces. There, I've also met F4 and Lewis for the first time. Now, as I said, in Stoneworks people can attack you and your nation. To be prepared, we need to get gear, good gear. And the best way of getting that is to either grind or buy it from others. Well, and to buy something, you need money. But how do you get money on this server? Well, there are multiple ways of getting money. One of them would be to strip the earth from its resources and mine ores. There are 3 ores that can be sold at any time for a certain price. The first one is iron. Due to it being very common, it only sells for $25, and it's useful for a lot of stuff in Minecraft, so it's not worth the price. Then there are emeralds. They sell for $300, but they are rare, and due to a lot of mobs being disabled, like villagers, we cannot trade them. Now to the last one, gold. Gold sells for $100 and it's as rare as iron. And it's also useless as long as you don't want to craft gold apple, so it's the best one to look for and sell. But now comes the part where I finally decided to record. Or does it? So I finally decided to record my gameplay, and yeah, we're going to go right in. So yeah, I finally decided to record my gameplay. So you might have noticed the low bitrate. Yeah, I completely messed up all my recordings and now you get eye cancer from them. Yeah, not good. My solution to this? Not showing any recordings. Or rather, only the most important ones, because I can't just cut out every recording I've made. Another thing that is annoying is that you can very well hear my keyboard, which I at that time did not notice because I, for God's sake, did not check all my recordings. I've never looked at them and that's absolutely bad for me. But before I'm gonna go on a rage spree, let my past self just show you around the most important places of Kaiserberg. Yeah. So this is Kaiserberg, our city. This is where we live. This is our town hall. This is our tower that we've built. So there's our forge, there's our enchanter room, or lounge as I call it. And that's our portal. The portal isn't open yet. And this are the living quarters. This is basically everything. Are your eyes also burning already? Well, sorry, but I can't change the past. Because if I would be able to do so, I would have also shown you the big farm in the tower that I've built. So my plans for that day were to get a Fortune 3 pick, for which I needed to get some more XP. So I have that thing called basic chores. Also, finally some change of scenery. It basically means that I do some animal breeding and stuff at the tower, nothing special. So yeah, you will hear it multiple times I think. And as I said, basic chores include breeding, which is currently the fastest way of gaining XP if someone didn't just kill nearly all the animals you had in your animal pen. That didn't happen, right? Right? God damn it, yes, someone killed nearly all the animals we had. And, well, it isn't the fast way of getting XP in that moment, so I guess I need to mine, right? So I've made my journey over to the mesa, and on the way, I've met Cardavel. So Cardavel is a leader of a nation called Michiva. They live in the area that I called the Far Jungle, cause it's all the way on the other side of the continent. Their nation is located in the Green Circle. So what do I exactly want from Cardavel? Because they're on the other side of the continent. It can't possibly be any diplomatic situation there, right? Well, for that, we gotta do some storytelling. So after some time settling and building at Kaiserberg, we've noticed Veronia got inactive. We were the only ones really building and preparing ourselves, and so we've decided to leave Veronia and get independent as Soldaria. But that didn't last long, because shortly after we got asked to join Donfuir, an island nation which doesn't only have one claim in one continent, no, they are spread everywhere, from Illerstoya to Talassi to even a small claim in Cathramis. So with only slight hesitation, we decided to join them. Now back to the case. I'm kind of someone who goes around and getting friends with everyone. And due to Michiva being close to one of Donfuir's claims, I wanted, with allowance of Donfuir's leader deloaded, to merge with them so they are part of us and we can live together. Okay, now, where were we originally? Yeah, I remember. We were on our way to the mesa to collect some ores, to smelt them, to get XP, to get Fortune 3. That's what I would have done if I wouldn't have talked to Cutterwell for so long that I needed to log off. Well, I'll do it the next day then. So next day, I've joined and the queue was long. So I decided to mess around a bit in the PvP zone. First, you need to know I'm the worst at PvP. But then there was this combo god helper here, and I couldn't even land one hit. Damn, someone really needs to make an edit for this one. Now that I finally joined, I noticed that the farm wasn't planted. So I decided to change that, and planted some wheat, as we needed it for bread and breeding animals. Doing that, I still didn't forget the Fortune 3 pig. So obviously, trying to get the pig, I needed to go to the mesa again. And finally, I've made it there, and started mining. And this is the result. Okay, I think I'll stop here. My path got blocked, and yeah, I couldn't find any diamonds, which is unlucky. I stripped mine a little bit from my position, but yeah, I guess that'll be for this mining trip, and we got some good loot, and what's especially good, the stuff that we can smelt, because we want to get some XP. So as I said, we want to get XP, and that's what I did. I've put it all into the forge and waited till it's all done. While that, I decided to breed the animals, so our decimated population can finally regain. And after I got all the ore smelted, I got the XP and went from 28 levels to, let me show you my reaction. Okay, that's underwhelming. I thought I would get more. Yep, that's right. I only got half a level out of all those ores. I'm pretty disappointed by that, but I guess we gotta move on. I couldn't find any other mentionable way of gaining XP, so I decided for now that I'll bring one of our spare Silk Touch pickaxes to the golf club. You might now ask, what do you mean with a golf club? I've never mentioned a golf club. Let me tell you. So I'm part of this golf club that I thought sounded pretty interesting. It's basically just a golf club in Minecraft where you can bid with others, and I thought it wouldn't hurt being part of it. It's also at the golf club where I've met Swiftmaster, the founder. He will get important in the next video, so just keep him in mind. After that, I've done some more breeding and finally got to level 30, and you can really see my excitement here at 10 PM. Yes, I'm nearly at level 30. I can get myself Fortune 3 pick. That'll be nice. So yeah, after that I've gone down and got what I wanted so badly. Let's get ourselves some Fortune 3 and Efficiency 4. Nice, but that's it for the day. But another one is to come. I could have very well left this part out, but first I bred the animals, and then I've gone traveling to Michiva, no one there, to Dunfware, no one there, to Gabaldon, where a so-called dwarven friend lives, still no one there, then to Akrais, one of our neighbors, still no one there, and lastly to Katzrock, another neighbor of ours, and still there is no one there. I've wasted my whole day traveling, and when I came home, I've met a new member of ours, Tai Si. I've talked to him a little and bred the animals again, as usual. After that, I thought I'd go mining again, but then I've met Hidenzel. He's the leader of Hespia, and it's located in the mesa. I again talked to them, and we came to the conclusion that we wanted to team up. They will get important at some point, but for now I need to log off. Next day, first thing I've done, mining. And for that, you can now enjoy a nice time lapse. I hope you liked this time lapse. It was fun and tedious to make, like the rest of this video. And just tell me if you like more of them in the future. But now, let's move on with the video. And after all this mining, this was the result. A lot of copper, lapis, and even 1 diamond. That and the next day we're just grinding. And if you want to see what I've done on that day, just have a look in the cutout video that I've posted previously. But after relaxing a bit and cutting, I was ready for the next day. First, like every day, I've done some basic chores, and while that, I got asked to help out on one of the golf courses, so I collected some stuff and joined VC with one of the commissioners. Hello.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, man. Did you have like the resources?
Yeah, I have 20 moss. I didn't find any place where I could do that, but I have a lot of leaves and oak and azalea, so that shouldn't be a
Okay, that's
problem.
lovely.
Also, I have 2
You like
stacks
the?
of bones and 4 stacks of bone meal, so
Oh,
that should also be okay.
thank God. Do you like the course this far?
Yeah, I love it. Also, I have shaders on, so it makes it 10 times
Mm.
better.
Yeah, I don't have shades on right now.
It's pretty hard with fabric.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I don't have ice under the moss,
Yeah,
but I didn't see why we needed it.
it's when you throw items, normally they just land. When you have ice under them, they just slide around, and that's the golf part.
But don't you throw the snowballs?
Yeah, you can throw them, but then they just slide along further.
Wait, if I throw, if like not drop, but if I throw a snowball and it lands on ice, it will
They,
go
it,
further.
it will just break. But if you drop it, then it will slide.
Why would you drop when you can throw?
When you throw, it breaks.
Yeah, of course, but then you just have somebody looking like where it lands.
Yeah, but if you drop it, it'll just land at a certain spot. You can pick it up, and if you drop it, it can slide like an actual golf ball. That's the reason why we take the snowballs. It just looks like a golf ball. It could just be any item, but it just looks like a
Yeah.
golf ball, and it just
No,
slides along.
I was thinking the snowballs because like when you're standing here, you just throw it, and then you have like the judges looking where it lands and then saying like where it needs to shoot from.
Yeah, but that could be hard. No, the ice part is that it slides along, and yeah, you can pick it up at the spot where it stopped. You can pick it up and then drop it again, and it slides further. That's the golf part of it. I thought actually we use armor stands as it's easier to just hit them and they stay where they are, but apparently we just dropped the snowball.
Well, I think this course could maybe be so that you just throw a snowball, because like if not, you will have to take like 10 strokes over to get. You can't even get over this by throwing. You have to like actually throw the snowball.
Well, you could just use soul sand in the water and it'll just pop around in the water.
We'll just throw them. Right.
Yeah,
So,
it's just a different golf course.
yeah, exactly.
So we talked a little while, and I got tasked to collect some moss. So I built a little room on the ground and bone me the moss. And at some point, I found a copper vein, and not just a normal 2x2x2 vein. No, it was a big one, which you can see from the block of raw copper sitting in that wall. So why am I so excited about copper? Well, not only can I smelt it to get myself some more XP, but I can also give it to Donfuer in exchange for some diamonds, as they really need copper for their design. So I thought I'd mine it all and smelt it. So after I mined all the 4 stacks of raw copper blocks, I brought the promised moss over to the golf course and got to enchanting my armor and the new picks I got. Yeah, why not? Oh yes. And I'm gonna get that actually. And protection 3. But I think I'm gonna get the protection. Fortune 3. Holy. Yeah, that one's actually one. And after I got all my gear enchanted, I decided to roam around a bit and talk to one of the densest people again. For the last day, I wanted to be a bit more productive, so I started out building, which you can see in the second time lapse of mine. Unfortunately though, I ran out of terracotta, for which I needed to travel to the mesa again to collect it. On the way, I saw some copper, which I quickly mined, but due to the interesting world generation, the copper reached from the surface down to the bedrock, so I ended up with a full inventory full of copper. Now after that, I compromised it into blocks and moved on into the mesa where I collected the needed terracotta. Already there, I decided to pay Hespia a little visit. I had a look around and a nice talk while seeing some nice and interesting stuff. Now after that little visit, I've gone to Dunfuir, not only to bring the copper, but also have a little look around how it's going. The houses, or rather skyscrapers, look great, but the more important part is that I've met Scavola, which is my dwarven friend, and apparently he joined Dunfuir, which is nice considering he's my friend and I didn't see him in a while. But now I'll make a stop to the sightseeing tour. I'll go back, collect some more materials so we don't run out as fast as we did, and continue building with the second time lapse I've made. Now while building, I got a message from Frosty, a member of Hespia, and it wasn't a happy one. I had no idea what was going on, but what I knew was that I needed to help. So I teleported and had a look what was going on. I noticed we were locked in, and I could guess we were being attacked. Luckily, I made it out to have a look. It now was obvious that it is in fact a war, but it seemed like the situation was de-escalating. I still informed my nation and asked for help, but it looked all fine, till it didn't. First, I didn't want to fight, cause I couldn't tell apart who is who, and I also didn't have any weapons or good gear, so I just followed and had a look. But eventually, I've gone in, to at least anticipate. I knew I would die, as I was low and my food consisted out of cookies, but at least I died fighting. But that's it for the first 2 weeks of me on Stoneworks. If you like this, please consider liking and subscribing my channel so you can see what happens next time, what this war caused, where my journey leads, and how I try to protect my land. Thanks for watching. Join me on the server, and I hope we see us next time. By the way, I'm streaming every weekend 2 PM CET. If you want, join me in my death-filled streams. But for now, see y'all and bye.